It was a good week for the Wisconsin Badgers and a really good Saturday for Greg Gard's team as the Badgers took down third-ranked Marquette 75-64 on a day where the home team never trailed. We'll hear from some of the players, have our chat with the Badgers head coach, and we'll check in with freshman guard John Blackwell. All coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report. 4-point lead Wisconsin, 10:37 left in the half. Hepburn baseline left to throw it in. Finds Klesman left corner. He'll try a three. Good. Max Klesman is not shy here today. 20-13 Wisconsin, 10:28 left of the break. John Blackwell gives it up to corner Gilmore. Gilly leaves it for A.J. Storr. Throws to Winter at the top. Rotates to Klesman. Another three on the way. Good again. Little heat check for Max Klesman. 27-16 Wisconsin. Rotates to Storr right side. Inside feed. Caught by Krause. Single coverage Iguodaro. The dig from Cam Jones. Out to Storr. Off the right wing. A.J. in the lane. 8-footer. No rebound. Krause out to Max. Fakes the three. Takes the three left corner. He nailed it again. Max Klesman on fire. Timeout. Shaka Smart. Hands off to Cole. He probes. Slips to Iguodaro. Bobbled it. Turnover. Here comes Hepburn. 2-on-1. Has Storr to his right. The lob. The dunk. Hepburn to A.J. Storr for the flush, and the Badgers lead by 15. Hands off to A.J. Storr. Storr against Kolick. Now picked up by Iguodaro, feeding Gilmore at the top of the circle. Gilly finds Klesman. Left corner three. Good again. Max Klesman with 21. 44-30 Wisconsin. 50 seconds left in the half. Tyler Wall between the arcs for Wisconsin. Wall left of the lane, goes to the goal, reverse layup is good. Tyler Wall again on the attack, 3-point lead for the Badgers. Lost defending, back to the basket, rips it out to Storr right side. AJ off the wing, in the lane, goes up. No rebound there is Stevie Crowell. We'll call that a pass. To Chucky, baseline left, 7 to shoot. Hepburn into the paint, pivots, fades, flips from 13, good. Hepburn with 9, 58-53 Wisconsin, 10-10 to play. Hepburn throwing to Storr. A.J. hard dribble, spin move in the lane to the rim, up no rebound. Crowd put back low on the left. Yes, there you go on the attack. Now a couple of dribbles. It's at the wall, rotates to Storr, baseline left. Here's A.J. goes up, slam dunk, count it, and a foul. A.J. with the punch and one. This is Wisconsin basketball. And Wall with a steal. Tyler with the pilfer. Down the lane, slam dunk. 3-on-1. Flips to Storr. Down the lane, and he hammers it with the right hand. With two. Hepburn, good! Off the glass! Off the glass! Slips it in the crowd, low on the left, slam dunk. Another 3-point hit for Connor Essegian.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors, buildingwisconsintogether.com. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week, it's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop and count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy.
These are operating engineers. They operate top-of-the-line, innovative machines and build stuff that matters. And operating engineers are well paid. They even get paid to train. As an apprentice, you can make $56,000 a year from day one during training. No school loans and no debt. When your training is complete, you'll have a stable career job that is high skill, high tech, and high pay. We need operating engineers right now. Your future can begin today.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
And the Wisconsin Badgers knock off third-ranked Marquette as they storm the floor at the Kohl Center in Madison on a day where the home team never trailed. Pushed, but never trailed. The Badgers win it by 11.
I mean, they're a good team, so we knew that they were going to come out with a punch in the first half. So it was just keeping our poise in those timeouts that we had and kind of figuring it out what we needed to do to stop them. And so we figured it out, talked it out, and got it done.
I'll state the obvious here. The environment, the atmosphere, the fans were terrific. I think how we played, other than maybe the first 5-7 minutes of the second half, is how we kind of envision what this team can be.
I see a lot of Brad and Max, but they're different players. Obviously, they do different things. Max does certain things better. Brad did certain things better, but they're both great players. And like you said, they're kind of the heart of our team, and we all know that. And Max did a great job tonight. He's been doing a great job all season.
Max, I've always felt that Max, down the stretch last year, got more comfortable in his game at this level, and then that allowed his voice and the leadership to be exerted a little bit more. And then this year, we've seen a pretty big jump in terms of, like I mentioned, in those huddles. He gets after him more than I do.
I mean, I think it just shows that every guy on the team that really has no fear. They want to go out there, they want to play the best, and it's for the team. It's not really going out there looking for points. They want to get time and just help the team out. And so you saw that today with Marcus and Gilly going in there, doing the dirty work, getting some rebounds, passing it out, setting good hard screens, and we couldn't ask for anything more.
Sometimes you got to go through those rough times to grow and get bopped around a little bit and figure some things out. Doesn't always happen overnight. I think what we're seeing is a result of what we went through last year and the growth that is starting to take place, and we got to keep pushing. We're not where we need to be and can be. I think this team has a chance to be really good consistently at a high level, and we got to keep pushing the bar. And that's what they do every day in that locker room and on our practice court. That's where it starts.
We definitely kind of know what was in front of us with these 5 games in a row, 6 games in a row, and it just shows kind of the team that we have. We had the belief, and we just got the opportunity to really put it out there and put it on display. And so we're gonna enjoy this one for the day, and we're gonna look forward to Michigan State here on Tuesday and keep getting better every single day of practice.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. We believe in financial security for Wisconsin public school employees and their families. WEA Member Benefits, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. WEABenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.
I had big dreams. Then I got sick. UW Health made it their mission to give me a fresh start and a new kidney. Now my dreams are infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Talked a lot about the degree of difficulty with Wisconsin's non-conference schedule this season. Now, the fact is they usually challenge themselves every year, and we're seeing this again and maybe then some this season as we check in with Badgers head coach Greg Gard. Probably a good time for fans to hear how you put together this schedule. Now, some of them, like Gavitt games in the past when it was the Big Ten ACC tournament, those are set up by the television partners. But in general, how do you determine each year how difficult you want that schedule to look?
Yeah, that's a good question, Matt. And really, we've kind of operated year to year here recently with Big Ten expansion, not knowing, if we're going to stay at 20 games. and going forward, we still don't have an answer completely on that yet. But you look at what type of team you're going to have, and if you're going to have a more experienced team, the tendency is to challenge them a little bit more. And it also depends on what contracts you have. For example, this year we had Tennessee's contract returning back to our place. You always have the Marquette home and home. And then, as you mentioned, the Gavitt Cup, the MTE event that we were in Florida. So those things, are always flexible year in and year out. And then can you put in another home and home like in Arizona, for example, that we have coming up here? So it's a balance. I think we've always tried to probably the needle points towards being more challenging than less challenging in terms of the number of Power Fives we have on our schedule. But for in large part, some of it's intentional, some of it's happen chance, just how things come together in that certain year.
And certainly with the net ranking, with that being a part of the formula now that the tournament committee uses, imagine that factors in a little bit as well.
It does. There's no doubt. We definitely have tried to minimize how many 250 and below teams we have on the schedule. So some of that you can't control, you can't predict. Maybe a team you expect going to be higher than what they are, or somebody ends up being, sometimes it's just filling a date too with facility availability and where we have to place games before and after finals. Some of that we don't have a whole lot of choice on exactly the net number of the team that we bring in. But by and large, like I said, the 6 of the 11 are usually pretty high-powered games.
You guys have been able to get home and homes with a couple of Rick Barnes coached programs. You got back in the day with Texas, and now at Tennessee. Is it more manageable? I know at one point that was really hard here, right, to get a home and home with someone. Is it becoming more manageable now?
I would say it's probably trended back a little bit towards being more manageable. And it's not necessarily having a team come in here. It's all the neutral site events that are going on, whether it's the SHIP or the baseball stadiums or whatever takes place. There's a lot of those going on, and just general NBA arenas that hold neutral site games, whether it's an MTE multi-team event or if it's a one game in its standing alone game. So I like those home and homes. I think I'm a little bit of a throwback that way. It's great for our fans. It's great for the college campus. With Coach Barnes and I, we went 2-2. We both won our road games, and all of us lost at home. So, I think when we can get those type of games in and where it fits, we definitely want to keep trying to do those games.
So I think of those environments. I mean, obviously Providence, they were really wound up. The fans were for that game. I'm sure it's going to be the case out in Tucson when you go out there. By the way, the team's really good too. But it's good for your guys, particularly the younger ones. The veterans know. But the younger ones, here's a preview of coming attractions, what it's going to be like when you get into conference.
Right. And I think, from a recruiting standpoint, we talk about who we're going to play and the level we're going to play at, and players want to do that. They want to play against the best teams and challenge themselves to be the best themselves. So anytime we can piece those together, and obviously right now we're in a little bit of a wait-and-see pattern of contracts down the road because we're not exactly sure where we're going with number of Big Ten games, but when possible we're going to have those marquee games on the schedule.
Any idea when you might find that out, the number of games next year? Is it just you'll find out when you find out?
We could be today. It could be in 3 months. I think we're getting closer towards where it'll be, but until we get a final answer, we're sitting in neutral and scheduling things further down the road.
Well, one of the variables this year, you knew there would be a Big Ten game sandwich between Marquette and Arizona, and there, as you have said, there are no get well games in the league. You get Michigan State. Everybody's talking about what's up with Michigan State. Well, really? They're going to be really
schedule makers have a sense of humor, I've learned. To put Michigan State with us in between Marquette and Arizona. So, no, I mean, you have to play them all. We're play 20 games, and you're going to get X number twice and X number once, and we know what we're walking into at Michigan State. A good team that's again playing a challenging schedule too. They've already played Arizona, so it'll be a huge challenge for us Tuesday night there.
Players will always say they live for this. I talk to if it's Brian Butch, Charlie Wills, or the past players, current players. Players say they live for this. What do coaches say?
Probably the opposite. But no, I think once you get in those are awesome atmospheres to compete in, and that's really once that ball goes up, you kind of go tone deaf to everything around it. But the preparation and getting ready for those teams. Obviously, that adds a little extra layer because teams are really good. So that typically always adds a little bit more to it.
Heck of a stretch for the Badgers, having just played Marquette, and then a Tuesday night trip to East Lansing to square off with Michigan State, and then Saturday afternoon in Tucson against the Arizona Wildcats. Stay with us. We have more to come as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just a price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy.
WEA Member Benefits, dedicated to helping Wisconsin public school employees become financially secure with programs designed for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
Well documented, most of the scoring, rebounding, and all the rest returned from a year ago, but there are some exciting new faces as well. We have a chance to talk to one of them right now, and John Blackwell. John, the coaches have talked about, like, they knew you were good. They recruited you for a reason, but they kind of view you as being a little bit ahead of schedule with what you've been doing. Are you surprised? Did you expect to have this kind of an impact on your team so soon?
First of all, I just want to give thanks to God. I mean, putting me in this position where I am today at this beautiful school. I don't want to say I'm surprised. I worked my tail off in the summer. And coming in preparing to come to Wisconsin with conditioning, strength, just my skill too, just being more of a scorer and being more confident in my game. I mean, mental training is a big part of that. Me and my dad having sit-down talks, watching film about Wisconsin basketball. So I'm kind of surprised, a little bit surprised, but I mean, I'm happy where I'm at right now. I just want to get better.
I heard you on a podcast recently talking about the relationship with Coach Gard and the entire staff, and this is a group that obviously they'll talk basketball with you, but you could just have conversations with them, I guess, too, along the way. You want to see how things were going off the floor?
Yeah, like during my recruiting process, most coaches ask, they keep it professional, ask about basketball and little stuff, but Coach, it didn't go straight to basketball. He asked about how I'm doing, how's life going, what's new in life, how's Mom, how's Pops doing. So I just love that about them. It was just like a family environment. Before I even got to campus, I felt a family environment from the coaching staff. So I really love the coaching staff we got here.
And you talked about feeling good, working really hard as you did over the summer, just being around the guys too. That had to be a real plus. You talked about the family atmosphere. They've taken a lot of pride in bringing in the new guys and making you feel a part of it right away. So I would imagine you felt a part of it right away when you joined this group?
Yeah, for sure. Like, that was one big, major reason I came here. Was like the guys, as soon as I came here, embraced me. I mean, even with the guys that have left, like Jordan, Johnny, Brad, as soon as I came here, they embraced me, took me under their wing. Chucky, when he was a freshman, even talked to me, gave me talks. I even came up here during spring break. I didn't have nothing to do, so I was like, let's go up to Wisconsin, get some shots up, or just chill with the guys. So I went up here and I stayed with Chucky and Cam, which, I mean, they just embraced me really well.
Defensively, you've been someone that, Coach Gard gets you in there, and you have no fear about guarding people.
Yeah.
We've seen guys come, Chucky's been like that, Kamari McGee. Has that always been a big part of your game, what you can do on the defensive end of the floor?
I mean, just coming where I come from and coming where I played at, a big reason of that, the travel team, the family I played for, we were big on defense. I mean, and then it's just a pride thing. You got to have pride. I'm not letting this guy score. I'm not letting this guy score on my teammate either, so I'm being help defense to help him. So I think it's just like a discipline, like a habit of, I mean, as a freshman, what else can you do to get on the court, play some defense? So, I mean, you just take those into consideration.
And and the scoring obviously has been something that I think has turned a lot of heads. But now in high school, there were times where you distribute, right? Because you had a lot of talent around you. You could score, but it was about setting up other guys was a big part of it.
I mean, being in the position I was in high school, like the leader, I was the point guard, senior point guard for 3 years for that team. Playing with those guys, I had 2 ball-dominant, great scorers on my team. So some nights, 3 dominant scorers. Some nights I was like, I'm chilling tonight. I mean, I know where I'm going to school, Wisconsin, so I can distribute, get the guys going. And what better feeling just seeing your teammates score and you assisted it. So, like, that was just a great feeling for me. But then I knew coming in here, I can't do that. Like, I can't play passive. I got to be aggressive all the time. Like, I got to constantly get in the paint, constantly. I can pass, I can distribute, but make it under control, like being aggressive at the same time. So, yeah.
You could pass, you could shoot. In the SMU game, you were this close to a double-double, right?
Yeah.
The 10 points and 9 rebounds. Got a little pride in being able to rebound the basketball, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, that just comes, like, I like to push the ball myself sometimes, so I'm like, I'm going to get this. But, like, offensive rebounds, a big reason I'm on the offensive glass. I learned from my teammate. I would give a shout out to him, Sonny Wilson. He plays at Toledo. He's like 5'11". He used to get like 10 offensive rebounds. So, like, that's one thing that just takes grit, just takes hustle to go get him. And I was pretty mad. Like, Jack, Janicki, and Ross were telling me I had 11 rebounds. So I was like, oh, I had a double-double. But then they came out and said I had 9 rebounds. So I was like, damn, I wish I had a double-double. But there's more opportunities for that.
I'll take a look at the game tape. Maybe you got cheated. Maybe you did get a double-double. That's where it's well known that your dad played at Illinois. I know Nolan Winter's father played at Minnesota, and we could keep going here. What's the best piece of advice about playing the game at the college level that you got from your dad?
He just talked about mental toughness is the biggest thing in the college level. Everybody can hoop, obviously, but you got to be mentally strong to be in those games, to be in away games. That, like, be confident in your skills. Like, I can make this shot. I can be in the court. I can lock up this guy. And he definitely talked about Big Ten play, how it's so physical, how it's so strong. Like, we got to get in the weight room. Like, he just urged that. And my dad always keeps it real with me. Like, if you're not getting in the weight room, you ain't playing, son. It's like he never sugarcoats stuff. So he just tells me the real, and, like, he's my mentor and my best friend at some time. So we talk every day. So, and then he just loves on me. One thing that I love is whether I have a bad game or good game, he's still going to love me at the end of the day.
You guys obviously have a lot of time together, and in the Fort Myers trip, I talked to a couple of your teammates, and maybe some of the other teams there would be like 2 or 3 guys together, but you guys do a ton as a group, right? Even down in Florida, being able to just spend time with your entire team, it seems like something you guys were able to do.
Yeah, like I said, we're a close-knit group. I mean, we always do things together. If someone's doing something at a guy's house, we're all over there chilling, laughing, watching TV, just watching the football games together. So it's just a close group that I'd love to be a part of. And I've told people this before, like, this is one of, if not the best team, this is the best team I've been on, just connection-wise.
This guy's fun to watch. John Blackwell, freshman, making a very, very favorable early impression here with the Wisconsin Badgers. Stay with us. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
I had big dreams. Then I got sick. UW Health made it their mission to give me a fresh start and a new kidney. Now my dreams are infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
These are operating engineers. They operate top-of-the-line innovative machines and build stuff that matters. And operating engineers are well paid. They even get paid to train. As an apprentice, you can make $56,000 a year from day one. During training, no school loans and no debt. When your training is complete, you'll have a stable career job that is high skill, high tech, and high pay. We need operating engineers right now. Your future can begin today.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
The Badgers hit the road this week for a Big Ten game and quite the test out of conference. First up, a Tuesday night matchup against Michigan State at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. And then they head to Tucson, Arizona for a Saturday afternoon matchup against the Arizona Wildcats. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
This has been a presentation from Learfield.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.